Well, God with us is all about. That is what communion is all about. You don't have to, some people think to come to the communion table to partake, you have to have everything figured out in your life. That you have to almost be perfect before God. That's not what it's about. It's coming to Him and saying, as broken as you are, as lost as you are, I have broken myself even more and have spilled my blood even more so that you no longer have to feel unworthy. Christmas present is about God still being with us. Christmas future. There's one thing that you cannot change. You cannot change your past. You really cannot change your present, because if you're doing something you shouldn't and you're trying to decide to change it, then it's going to take place at least a few seconds from now, which is the future. So the present and the past, you can be forgiven, but what's done is done. Christmas future, to me, is the greatest gift. A gift of saying, you know what? No matter how I've been traveling, no matter how life has been going for me, I can change directions. No matter what path I'm on, if I'm going the wrong way and I know it's wrong, I don't have to continue, because God does allow U-turns to turn around and start walking in the right direction. Your future is not already determined. God has not already said, this is what's going to happen to you and I have planned this. He may know the decisions you're going to make. He may know what you're going to do. But if you look back to the Old Testament, plenty of times things were going a certain way and men stood before God and said, God, please don't. Please don't do this to them. Let them have another chance. Let this happen. And God would do it. He would say, okay. Even though He knows what is happening, God does not cause you to live a certain way. So do not think, well, this is just how God has determined my life to be. It is just going to be this way. No. God has not put you on the wrong path, and that is just a plan for your life. You have the option. You have free will that was given at the beginning of time. You have free will to decide what your future will be like. And as we celebrate Christmas morning, as we celebrate a baby that was born in the past, but a spirit that remains with us today, Emmanuel, God is still with us. He has never left us, and He never will. We will always be in the presence of God. So this morning, as you sit there and you think to yourself, if the Spirit was to come and visit me, if the Spirit came today and took me through my life, took me to the past, I don't want you to say it out loud, but I want you to really think. I want you to really think of what you think God considers the worst thing that you've ever done. Just for a second. And nobody in here is psychic. They can't read your minds. Think to yourself, what's the worst thing that I've done? The thing that still haunts me today. If you've asked forgiveness for that, you're the only one that remembers it. The little baby that came, Emmanuel, God with us, he doesn't remember it. He's already washed it clean. Now as you move to the present and you look at how your life is going, ask yourself, am I happy? Am I happy where I am today? When I came in those doors, am I happy at my job? Am I happy with the way I am as a family man or a woman, a wife, a brother, a sister, a child? Am I happy as who I am to my family? Am I happy with who I am in my relationship with God? Right now. This is a wonderful thing. You can do something about it. Because we have the future. Now, we don't have a guaranteed long future. You could walk out that door and that be it. But we have a guarantee of the future, God with us, that you can change every bit of that. Because of Christmas and because of a communion table. Because of God coming to be with us and because of God giving His body and his blood to us. You see, if both don't happen, we're not here today, and none of this makes any sense. But both of them did happen. This right here, Christ got his disciples around and gathered because he wanted to have one more meal with them. He wanted to sit down and be with them. And he took bread and he looked at them and he said, you know, this is my body. Broken for you. The body of Christ. Even though there was no bones broken that fulfilled the prophecy, his body was pierced. It was busted. It was broken. It laid up there on the cross. But this right here, he gave to his disciples and said, this is my body. Eat. And every time you eat it, remember me. This do in remembrance of me. Remember your past failures. Remember where you are today. And remember that tomorrow can change. This do in remembrance of me. My body broken. And then Christ took the wine. And he told them, this is my blood. Blood of a new covenant. Blood poured out for you. It doesn't matter if it's juice or wine. It's blood. It is the blood that Christ poured out for us. And he told his disciples, drink the blood of the new covenant. And every time you drink it, remember me. You see, the body, the blood, it was already there when he came into the manger. It was in the trough. It was in the manger. Knowing that in about 33 years, it would be feeding the disciples that would go and preach the word. The blood and the body. This morning, we are going to partake of the Lord's Supper, Holy Communion. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to have, after me and Jack have communion together, we're going to start by sides. And if you will, just come to the end of your row, come down. We'll start over here first. As you finish, just go back around and go in through your aisle. And then you will take from the bread, you will dip into take of the body and dip into the juice that represents the blood of Christ. If you want to kneel down at the altar and pray, you may. If you want to go to your seat and pray, you may. And then when this side finishes, we'll start over here. But this is a time on Christmas morning to say, I understand. I understand what that gift was about. Because you ever heard the saying, a gift that keeps on giving? Jesus Christ is a gift that keeps on giving. From the day he was born till right now, he is still giving. And he is here to give his body and his blood.